First and foremost, thank you for meeting with me today to discuss about Ethan's behavior when transitioning. Um, Specifically, what's one of the behaviors you would like to discuss first?
Uh, just generally transitioning.
General transitioning. Okay. Can you describe what the behavior looks like? For example, does he elope? Is he hitting others? Is he trying to get somebody's attention?
Something that's noteworthy is that when he transitions from any activity, but usually I prefer being the words. But when he transitions, he whines, pretends cry, falls to the floor, and then usually will try to escape.
Okay. Thank you for that. Okay. Can you give me an example of what the behavior looks like? So, when he's asked to transition from a highly preferred activity to another less preferred activity, what does he exactly do?
So something that has been really sticking to his behavior is transitioning from recess back to the classroom. Even with like a priming system, like a countdown 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, like that still it initiates his behavior, which will be like falling to the floor and then, kind of making a scene. And that's one example of an outside activity. An inside activity is more different. Usually, like from like free play or like independent play in the classroom, there's a lot of stuff they can do, like play with toys, grab a book, draw, color, etc.
Mm-hmm.
All the following are things it can do. And transitioning from that to an assignment such as something simple as 5 minutes, like reading,
Uh-huh.
he'll whine and pretend cry as if like it's something else.
Okay. Um, where in the classroom is he doing this?
In the classroom, he'll do it in the center of the classroom. The classroom is in a square form, so he'll do it right in the center.
In the center of the classroom? Is he doing it during tabletop activities or in the bathroom?
So in the transition period, if they're having free play, he'll do it wherever he's at. So if he's playing with his trucks or grabbing like a picture book in the middle of the classroom, he'll do it there. During tabletop activities, we never like usually get there until we kind of like pick him up and kind of have him walk to his seat and sit down. He'll cry a little bit there, and then he'll get over it.
Okay, thank you for that. Where are these behaviors occur? Oh, sorry about that. I just said that. Mm. Okay, so what setting do you think is causing the most behaviors?
I think the setting that where it occurs the most would be the classroom.
Classroom.
Usually because I think he sees the assignments on the board, like of what's next, and he knows like transitioning from free play or from recess will lead to those things, and he doesn't like that.
Okay. Can you tell me what is happening before the behavior occurs? Does he do this when teachers tell him it's time to move on to the next activity, or does he do this when um, he's just there's no priming and he just moves on to the next activity?
Being that it is a secondary classroom, it's hard to get students to like abide to a like I mentioned like a countdown. So usually it's more initiative, like hey, like it's time to do our assignments
Mm-hmm.
and then and free play. So I think that's what really he doesn't like at all. Whereas recess, there's like a bell and like a countdown, so he's well aware how much time is left. That's why the behavior isn't so big there.
Okay, so you're saying that this is happening when he's doing free play or he's independently playing on his own?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. When during the day does the behavior occur, and who is he with? Is he with teachers, students, and also what is he supposed to be doing?
Usually it occurs during recess, which is around at 10:45 and then 1:50, I think. That's where usually the behaviors occur. And in classroom, it's usually around where the hard assignments begin to sit in. So, for example, yeah, because initially the classroom starts out with some simple stuff like English literature, things he can tolerate. But once he gets to more academic stuff like mathematics and science, is when he starts to display his behaviors during transitions.
Okay. And what consequences are given after the behavior has occurred?
Usually, the students provide a lot of attention. Like, as much as they don't want to and they're told not to, they provide attention. And I think that's why he continues doing the things he does, because he knows that if he keeps crying, something will happen, but he just doesn't know what. He wants to keep engaging in his activities. For me as a teacher, what I try to do is just kind of like ignore him, but also pick him up and kind of guide him to a seat, because I know he will sit down. And once he sits down, he'll cry for an additional 2 more minutes, and then he'll start working.
Okay. So you're saying that Ethan is having behaviors when he is in classroom and he's falling to the floor. You guys are priming him. It's happening more during free play and when he's asked to transition to another assignment. It usually occurs around 10:45 and 1:50 p.m. and that's usually when the difficult assignments are implemented. And the consequence that is given is a lot of students are giving him attention. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. With what force is he falling to the ground?
It's kind of like a slow digest. He'll like put one foot down, then the knee, and then he'll round his back down to the floor. His arms are tucked in, and then finally, once he's on the floor, he kind of just spreads them out like a snow angel.
Oh, like he flares out?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. How often is this happening? So, how many times a day?
Within a day, I would say at the most 4 to 5 times. It has never gone above 5,
Okay.
but it has been like averaging around 4.
4. And how long does the behavior last for?
His behaviors will usually last. I guess it's depending on how much attention he's getting and how fast we're picking them up. So let's say a lot of students acknowledge it. He'll cry louder, or he'll stay on the floor for a longer period.
Mm-hmm.
But if he gets no attention and he sees me picking him up, he'll linger for like another 2 minutes in the desk, and that's about it. So at the most, I would say like 12 minutes.
12 minutes? Okay. So you're saying that his behavior is falling to the ground and flaring out. He's doing this 4 to 5 times a day, and his duration of the behavior is 12 minutes. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. How many transitions can he tolerate without having behaviors?
How many transitions? I guess it depends on the activities. I mean, there's been times if once he transitions from a high-preferred activity to a non-preferred activity, like if the following activities are non-preferred, he'll do it without any problem. I think it's just when he starts having fun and then removing that fun is what leads to the behavior.
Okay. Let me write this down. Can you tell me something that Ethan is good at? Is he good at attending? Is he good at social skills? Can you give me one thing that he's good at?
There's some of the things he's really good at. I mean, he's good at reading in general. He reads pretty fast. He picks up things really fast. And then apart from that, I would also say he's really good with approaching other students and like trying to start something, trying to start entertainment, like for them to have fun, to play a game or something. He's always the one that initiates.
Okay, initiates. How many transitions do you say you have a day?
I would count per subject. I would say about 5 or 6.
5 or 6 transitions per day?
Yeah, correct.
So you're saying that Ethan's having the behaviors when it's from a preferred activity to a non-preferred activity, he has behaviors. But when it's a non-preferred activity, when it's a preferred activity to a preferred activity, he has no problem.
Yeah,
correct?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. And you also mentioned that Ethan is really good at reading, approaching other students in social situations, and he initiates play, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and you said that there are around 5 to 6 transitions per day.
Correct.
Correct? Okay. We need to record how often Ethan is transitioning.
Okay.
This will help us determine how frequently the behavior is occurring, and it will give us a brief clue about the problem. Also, it will help us analyze data and see if our information and our plan implemented is effective.
Okay.
So for our collection procedures, we will be using a real-time recording. Therefore, you will be taking frequency data for a week, and what this indicates is that every single time that Ethan engages in the problem behavior when he's instructed to transition, you will tally mark how many times if he had the behavior or not. So if he engages in the behavior, that would be one occurrence, so that would be one tally mark. If he doesn't engage in the behavior, then there will be no tally mark. So to summarize that, we have discussed about Ethan's problem behavior, which is falling to the ground, crying. It's usually occurring when it's from a preferred activity to a non-preferred activity during the afternoon hours when the more difficult assignments are implemented. We're going to set a date for the next meeting. So is March 11 okay with you?
That's fine.
Okay. So is March 18 okay with you?
March 18th or March 11th?
March 18th.
Yeah. What time would that be?
Around 9 a.m.
Yeah, that'd be perfect.
Yeah. Okay. And also the frequency data, I want you to take it from Monday to Friday, so that's March 11 to March 15. So when I come back for our appointment on March 18, we will discuss everything that was recorded in the data.
Okay, just to clarify, would you like me to take it throughout the day or a specific time of day?
You can take it around. You said that the behaviors are occurring more in the afternoon, right? So maybe.
Yeah.
So if you can start taking data from 11 a.m. to the time that he leaves class.
Okay.
That he goes home. If you can start taking it from 11 a.m. to the time that he leaves, that would be pretty ideal for the data to show if his behavior is happening more in the afternoon or in the morning.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming here and meeting with me today.
Of course. Appreciate it.